Listen, you Sony piece of alpha loving shit. Who asked for that camera? A7R IV? Why? The 4 becomes before the S3. You Micro Four Thirds us in the face and the ballsack. The disappointment in my heart is flooding like a cardiac arrest or a stroke fever. That's what I have right now. A7S III not here fever. And I'm gonna cry. Let's cry together.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
First of all, who's this camera even made for? Photographers? Is that what you made this camera for? A photographer? Sony, I'm so disappointed in you. Photographers. They're so ridiculous. Stacy, look off over here and make the decision. Who are you gonna save? Your new kitten or your co-worker's newborn baby? You get along with the co-worker, but you're not friends. And you love your kitten so much. Make the decision now. How could you choose the kitten? I thought I knew you, Stacy. Lose. So what the shit? What's the point of life? The A7 IV. Who asked for that? Why am I so far on the rule of fourths? It's not even funny anymore. Why am I so close to the camera? Auto-focusing Panasonic. You better get me. You better get me. Oh, it got me. Triple pixel autofocus. Newly installed firmware update. Download it down below. Affiliate links for the firmware. Sony just released... let this sink in for you. A Mark IV version, 4th generation product. Did you hear a 4K 60p spec in that? Did you hear it? Because I must have missed it in the press sheet that I was mailed. I'm on the press row. I'm in there. I'm very annoyed that my hair is spiking just out of frame. I have to compress my spine now. How y'all doing? What's that, coffee? You drinking coffee now? You got no energy for life? Have a bowl of cantaloupe, you piece of shit. So obviously I'm aware this camera's not built for YouTubers and people like me who film themselves in their newly decorated and arranged mother's living room. The bed has been moved. Apparently there was electromagnetic radiation near my head while I slept. If you take pictures, yeah, great. Nice camera, Sony. Every camera's good for that. Name one camera that takes terrible... The Canon RP takes good pictures. Cell phone. My watch takes better pictures than this watch. This watch just took that picture. It's fantastic. Don't look at the flippy screen. Don't. Your eyes are deceiving you. That's not a Panasonic G85, you loser. It's the watch. The watch did it. It's a 14 megapixel watch. But you notice how they glossed over the video feature, like it does 4K, downsampled, just like your A6300 did back in 1941. Same thing, like yeah, we get it. It looks good, it's sharp. 4K 60p though? No. Now color me Susie, but I didn't notice in the presentation anything about a flippy screen. Did you see it? I didn't see it. I must have missed that one. I must have missed how it flips up to see myself filming on a 61 megapixel camera, every pore in my nose, available to the world. But it's not available to the world now, Sony, because you hid it from them. They'll never know the size of the pores in my nose. That's the world you've brought upon us, Sony. I don't want to be a part of it. How many pores do we have? That's most important. You want to see. This guy, yeah, 17 pores per square inch. That's what movies are now. That's the most important thing. I'm using auto exposure, and if I move my head, it will expose for the blackness. It barely changed. There's a lot of Sony fanboys out there who seem to believe that Sony is made up of our reptilian overlord ancestors, and they could do whatever they wanted. They have the technology, they're just holding back right now. Here's the reality. Yes, they have a new 61 megapixel sensor, highest megapixel in full frame history. 5DS, Canon, throw that thing in the trash where it belongs. See if you can take photos in the trash. Does it beat the Panasonic S1R now? Can't do 4K 60p? You suck. Only a photographer would choose you. When a photographer chooses you for your hand in marriage, it's like being sent to war. You have to deal with them buying cameras all the time. Then you can't, oh, can I eat something, some cream with these strawberries? Please, I'm so hungry. Cream? It's $4.99 a carton, hun. The Sony A7R IV was just announced. That's $3,500. You're gonna have to cut back a little. You just bought the A7R III though. And then the A6400. Just cream. Just a little bit. It's plant-based cream made of soy milk. Do you have that? Please. Hun, you know the 35mm f1.8 just came out. I have to get it. It's not a G master lens, no, but we need it. You already have the Sigma 35mm 1.4. You bought it last week. A cracker. We need crackers, we're out of crackers. You remember what happened last time I got you crackers? Yeah, I found crumbs on my A7R III. Yeah, that's why you slept in the shed that night. I know it was cold. But you have to learn. This is my house. Why couldn't they wait? This stupid camera is supposed to be the A7000 today. And then maybe the A7S III one day. You got 4 cameras in the wings. And you released the one that nobody gives a flying raccoon about. I would rather throw a raccoon than buy this camera. It's free to do that. And you get rabies, which is very healing, by the way. Don't let the media brainwash you against rabies. It heals you. Get rabies. I hope to flatter Santa that Canon releases a 62 megapixel sensor. It just crushes your heart and outsells you. You're lying. They lie. Sony's like, we're #1. If you consider all the sales coming from Kmart and Amazon's refurbished site, we're #1 there. That's great, Sony. We can all just make up stuff. I'm the #1 YouTuber in a study conducted by my mom. Actually, she doesn't even watch the videos. I'm #7. I'm a good solid 7. That didn't even make the podium on that one. That's embarrassing. Even from her own living room, she doesn't even want to see it. So are you as disappointed as I am, is the real question. Post it down below. Why did they do it? Why did they release it? Will you buy it? Photographers might. Wedding photographers. Oh, the bride. She wants to remember this day in full detail. Look at her dress. You can see the curly things. I know wedding terminology. Put your hand on your hip. Pretend that you'd rather have the best man as your husband. I believe you. I believe you. Alright, we're done. I have a video coming. I've already filmed it, but the Canon had to release their loser G7X III, so I had to make a video there, skip the line, and then this one, A7R IV. Piece of shit. So it's coming on why YouTube recommended videos are so terrible and irrelevant. Post your good comments. Titles. What's a good title for it? A clickbait title that will go viral? You tell me. I'm gonna leave. Camera Conspiracies t-shirts are now available. Subscribe for more videos and I'll see you in the next one.